Peace, 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 naturally royal, beautiful people. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? How y'all breathing? This beautiful, beautiful morning. See if I can zoom in a little bit more so y'all can read along with me. Y'all see those words there? September 14th, giving yourself credit. Pull that down a little bit. It was the first operatic mountain I climbed, and the view, I'm up here, from it was astounding, exhilarating, stupefying. That's the word right there, y'all. Stupefying. Have you ever used that word? This is by Leotine Price. So I want to encourage you all to read. So if you're one of those people who don't like to read, just kind of pick something throughout the day that resonates with you, that makes you excited about reading it. Whether it's like a romance novel or it doesn't really matter what it is, pick a long Facebook post, what I mean, that somebody wrote and, but I would say be careful with that because when you're reading Facebook posts, it's not, there's going to be grammatical errors, punctuation errors, and so on and so forth. So you want to read to expand your vocabulary, read to expand your knowledge, read to make you feel better just about whatever it is that you're going through. So if you can find something that resonates with you, that'll help you to want to read more. I like this book because it's called Simple Abundance, A Day of Comfort and Joy. This is the older book, but I love this book because it actually pertains to the stuff that I'm still going through. You know, it doesn't matter the year the book was published. If it resonates with you, read it. Read whatever helps you feel better about, you know. So I said that to say you don't, if the Bible is something that helps you, if that's something that really resonates with you, then go ahead, read the Bible, you know what I mean? But just focus on positive, if it's something that's positive. You reading books about gang banging and shooting and killing, and you really want to get out of that mind state, you want to get out of the dope game or whatever it is that you're in, you want to get out of that, read something that's going to get you out of that. Maybe find a book about a kingpin who changed his life over or something. Just read something that's going to help you today. All right. So, giving yourself credit, September 14th. One of the reasons women often don't feel successful is we never give ourselves credit. Should we slip for moments and bask in the glow of accomplishment, we immediately feel the need to downplay our achievements, especially in front of our family and friends. Before we know it, we're practically denying we never attained anything. But many successful people do revel in their achievements, uncovering the walls of their offices and homes with covering their walls, covering their walls, covering the walls of their offices and homes with their photography and magazine covers displaying golden statues and awards of their mantle on their mantles or in specially built cabinets. We've succeeded, and not only does the world applaud them, they congratulate themselves. Do you remember the song we used to sing as children on lengthy family car trips? The bear went over the mountain, the bear went over the mountain, the bear went over the mountain, and what do you think he saw? Make sure I'm still in the frame. He saw another mountain, he saw another mountain, he saw another mountain, and what do you think he did? He climbed another mountain, he climbed another mountain, and so on. And see, our parents wanted to shoot him, strangle us, and maybe both. Many women suffer from the climbing bear syndrome. We scale one mountain after another, overcoming every obstacle, smash the glass ceiling. But is the promotion savored? Do we celebrate graduating from night school, closing the deal, delivering the goods? No. We shrug off our personal triumphs as if we are flukes, as if they were flukes. They wonder why we feel so unfilled. If we trace this unnurturing behavior back to its source, many of us would find ourselves standing quietly, waiting patiently for the paternal approval that never came, no matter what we achieved. Decades later, because we have been conditioned to believe that nothing we do is ever good enough, we continue this destructive cycle of withholding approval from ourselves. Once over a 5-year period, I wrote and narrated a 12-part series for public radio, launched a nationally syndicated newspaper column, wrote and published 2 books, and gave numerous lectures and workshops on the surface. On the surface, I looked successful. Looking back, I now recognize this frenzy to succeed was the climbing bear syndrome. I now recognize this frenzy to succeed was the climbing bear syndrome. But I had also succumbed to the self-destructive illusion of creative project would be the one that would bring me the recognition I've been hungering for all my life. The big break would finally arrive. The brass ring would at last be within my reach, or my ship would come in. Since I hadn't received recognition or approval from my parents, and certainly didn't give it to myself, the only possible source was the outside world. Surely the world would notice, in a meaningful way, my next project. I experienced this awakening one day when I was rewriting my resume for a few new ventures. For a new venture. For a few new venture. For a new venture. As I listed my accomplishments, I wondered, who is this woman? Do I know her? Do I have multiple personalities? For if detectives arrived at my door to search for her, they wouldn't find her a shred. Get in the frame. They wouldn't have found a shred of physical evidence. So I started searching for clues, rescuing proof that mountains had been climbed from cardboard boxes buried in the basement. I took some of my favorite memorabilia, my book covers, the announcements of my column, to the front framers When I hung them in our living room, I stood back and looked at them the way a stranger might. Wow. It was astounding, exhilarating, stupefying. Then I began to congratulate myself out loud for jobs well done. Now I seized moments of achievement by making their concrete. Having the physical evidence of accomplishment has gone a long way toward making me feel successful. I've also had mementos of my husband's political career frames, and I honor Katie's accomplishment with her own gallery in the family's public space. Although it may crown you queen for a day, the world cannot confer the recognition that will make you feel fulfilled. Only you can. So chill a bottle of champagne and toast yourself upon the completion of a creative project, personal completion, accomplishments, professional achievement. Can we afford to wait for the world's approval? I am doomed to an eternity of compulsive work. Betty Davis confessed in her memoir, The Lonely Life, no set goal achieved satisfies. Success only breeds new gold. The golden apple devoured has seeds. It is endless. Yes, yes, yes. So y'all know what that means. That means continue to create, to continue to build, continue to focus on your goals. Give yourself credit along the way. Give yourself credit for the things that you have accomplished because you have accomplished things. There's not there's not a moment in time when you should be like beating yourself up over anything. We all make mistakes. We all are flawed, but there's room for improvement. So don't beat yourself up. Take that time to give yourself credit for the things that you did do. If you acknowledge your flaws, then that's exceptional. You're well on your way to success because you have acknowledged your flaws. You have acknowledged the negativity that you've seen around you. You've acknowledged the things that within you, the things that you want to change. So you're well on your way. So give yourself credit for the things that you are doing. Give yourself credit for the work that you have put in. It's going to take time to get to where you want to be. Whether that's financial or, social or whatever aspect it is in your career, whatever it is. Any aspects of life, it takes work and it takes consistent work. It takes that will and that drive to be able to accomplish something great. You can't say that you're great today and then beat yourself up tomorrow and say, well, I'm not so great. No, you are great. Keep yourself elevated. Don't be out here encouraging others, supporting others, and those same people don't even support you. So you have to be mindful of how you are supporting you. Give yourself credit because you deserve it. Give yourself the leisure to be able to make a few mistakes along the way because we are human. Don't beat yourself up for every mistake. As parents, a lot of times we want to get it right. We want to get it right the first time. We don't want to have a regret in this world when it comes to our kids. We want to get it right all the time, but we don't. We fail too. So give yourself credit. There's going to be haters. Let those haters motivate you to continue on, to continue pushing towards your goals. When you're not selling, if it's not drugs, sex, or if it's not nothing that's below the belt, I would say, it's going to take time. People are going to be drawn in by things that are more sexual, things that are more, flashy. If you're not a flashy person, then it's going to take time. Don't be drawn in to, that's why I feel about artists. If you're an artist and you have positive music, you have music that actually can help somebody heal a broken heart. Your music may not get the same attention as Glorilla music, some party music, some club music, some trap music. But that doesn't mean that you don't have a purpose here. Your music still has a purpose here. We still have people that's going through things every day. Your music can save them. So try to think about long-term goals, what you want. And along the way, as you're working, through the goals, the trials, the tribulations, they're gonna come. But just stay focused and continue to give yourself credit. Because giving yourself credit is how you acknowledge. So that's why I have this YouTube. You have a YouTube channel, some videos you only got, you wasting your time for. This is my way of journaling. This is my way. This is my outlet. This is my way of. Nobody ever has to watch my channel. Because guess what? I'm going to watch my channel. I'm going to watch my progress. I'm going to see. I'm going to watch myself and be able to listen to myself, remind myself to stay elevated, stay motivated, stay dedicated to my purpose, stay in line with my goals. Don't allow somebody to pull me in a direction that I'm not interested in going. You're not fish out here. We're not guppies. So don't allow people to reel you in. Motivate yourself. Let the hate motivate you, because you're going to have haters. Since I've been posting more and doing more on my channel, I have had more hate than a little bit. I'm talking about people that want me to support them, and maybe I haven't supported them in whatever it is that they're doing. So they choose to call me names. It's all about immaturity. I'm not gonna belittle myself, and because you being immature and calling me names, now I gotta pull out some names and think of some names to call you. No, because my issue or my whatever situation with you, or the words that I have for you, is not to beat you down. It's actually to make you think. Why would you even have to call me names if we're discussing another topic? How do the name calling come into play? That's when you really see how mature a person is, or how immature a person is. When they instantly go to calling you names, and you're just telling them like how you feel, about a situation. I don't like when you do this. I don't like when you do that. And now they're calling you names. Oh, your channel ain't shit. Oh, you skinny as hell. Oh, you do. I mean, what does that have to do with my channel? If I tell you how I feel, or I'm not interested in you, what does that have to do with my channel? It has nothing. Nothing to do. One thing has nothing to do with the other. So, y'all sip y'all tea. But try to sip your tea and stay positive. I know we sip tea, and then we gossip and we talk about everybody else's business. Can we focus on our goals and what we want to do in life? That's why I had to take that video down, because my goal has never been to belittle or tear down a black man. My goal has always been, my mission has always been to elevate my people, to elevate us to thinking about, and not just financial achievements. Yes, we want the finances to be straight. We want our kids to not have to want for anything. Yes, we do want that. But mindful, just mindful thinking, like awareness. If you know that drug addiction runs in your family, you stay far away from it. If you know that gambling is a problem in your family, you stay far away from it. Just mindful behavior. That's all. That's what this channel was always about. Mindful behavior. Breaking cycles, creating the change that we desire for us. Not the desires that we want to fulfill for other religions and other people's dreams and aspirations. People will manipulate you with their religion. So decide what is for you, you know, because your faith and your belief is ultimately how you get through the bad times, the rough times, you know. That's ultimately how you deal with the pressure situations. Somebody pressuring you, pray on it, meditate on it. Make a decision that's long term without regret. And I'm speaking, when I say these things, I'm speaking to myself. I'm speaking to all the youth. I'm speaking to anybody who come across these videos. Because I feel like if you came across my video, then it was a need for you to come across my video. Because like I said, I don't buy views. I'm not buying subscribers. I'm just not. I'm not. Because I've built my channel on my own. And now if I meet somebody that wants to help me promote my channel, I help them promote their channel, then we can work together. But thus far, I have not found anybody that's really willing to work with me. I do have some YouTubers that I will promote their stuff, but it doesn't have to be like, oh, you do me, then I'll do you. No, it doesn't have to be like that. You sure share mine, I'll share yours. Yeah, we can work like that. But if I really like your channel, I'm going to just share it. I'm going to talk about it. Yoki Stirrups, I have a couple YouTubers that I really are, I'm plugged into, and I've been watching them for years. I just like what they do. I like the consistency of their channel, even if they don't post every week, because I don't feel like that determines your consistency. Your consistency, you have a life. You have a life. Like, YouTube is, if you're not a monetized channel, I don't see the point in you coming here every day, talking to people every day for hours, If you getting paid, then I can understand, why you do what you do. But if you're not a monetized channel, then, don't be a slave to any social media. Just check in when you can, like I do. I make time for everything in my life. I try to make time for everything in my life that I want to be involved in. So I try to make time for social media, but I'm not a slave to any network, any social media, and I don't want you to be a slave to any social media. These platforms are at your leisure. It's the same way as a cell phone should be used. Your cell phone is at your leisure. Just because you have it on you when you're out and about does not mean that a person has all access to you. A cell phone is so that you have all access to whomever you want to call while you're out. Just because you call my phone does not mean I have to answer. People have the understanding of a cell phone like totally backwards. It's not. It's just like a pager. I page you. I call you when I get a chance to. You page me, I'll call you back when I get a chance to. Y'all remember them pages? They need to bring pages back. Actually, I love to text because it's at my own leisure. I don't ever want to feel like I'm obligated. Like my kids, of course. There's no time that my kid's going to call me and I'm not going to answer. But other people who having access to you, if you pick up your phone for somebody and you know what I'm saying, you're sitting there and you're talking to them, you're giving them your time, and they don't even appreciate it because they chastising you and trying to chew your head off, you don't even have to yell. This is what I want to tell my queens, my beautiful ladies out here. You don't have to yell at a man ever. Don't ever raise your voice at a man. It just makes you look foolish. Don't raise your voice at him. You know, I get upset too and I have to reel myself in, like control my emotions. You don't have to raise your voice at that man. Because you could tell him exactly what you want to tell him and say it in his very same tone. Nice, calm, humble. You don't have to raise your voice. Raising your voice at a man is just going to escalate that man. It's going to escalate the situation. You don't ever want to escalate the situation because you know that you cannot physically fight this man. You can't physically go back and forth with him. It's no man. I mean, there are some weak dudes out here. There's some noodle back dudes. There's some little dudes that didn't finish growing. There's some dudes that's the same size as my 8th grader, and they grown ass men. And I really feel like some of y'all parents did some drugs or something and didn't allow y'all to finish developing, or some of y'all started smoking weed, smoking and doing a little bit too much too early. So I got off subject. I know I got off subject. But yeah, don't try to battle these dudes. Ladies, do not try to battle these dudes. It's only gonna end up your demise, you know what I mean? Physically, we are not strong as men. There are some weaker men, but still, just because he's smaller than you or he's weaker than you, that doesn't mean you have a battle. Like, there's a challenge there. Don't do that. Like, don't do that. Don't do that to the kings. Don't do that to the brothers. Don't do that to the men. Don't do that to the dudes. Don't do that to the deadbeats, to the baby daddies. Don't do that to them. Whatever their flaws is, let their flaws be their flaws. You know what I mean? You have your flaws, they have their flaws, but trying to, physically fight a male, it's just not gonna play out the way that you want it to play. So don't even yell at him. If a guy's on your phone and he's going in on you, just sit the phone down. Minutes are free, y'all. Minutes are free. You know what I mean? You got unlimited service. Now, if you got a service where you paying for minutes, I don't know who does that, but if you got a service that you paying for minutes, then yeah, of course, don't let your minutes run up. But I mean, hang up at that point, Just say, you're not going to yell at me. I'm not going to listen to you yell at me. You're not going to raise your tone. You're going to talk to me nice. Or you're not going to talk to me twice. Period. So you don't have to raise your voice because they're raising their voice. All you have to do is just put the phone down. Let them keep on talking. Go off. Do what you got to do. When you come back, you're going to see that phone is either going to be hung up, or he's still gonna be sitting there talking, and he's still probably gonna still be sitting there talking because he think you sitting there listening. So he gonna still keep on sitting there talking. So let him just talk. Let him run out. Let him run. You can let the minutes just run up and run up. You know what I mean? Minutes are free. If you have unlimited service, minutes is free. He ain't even. It's not affecting your phone. So just let him run his mouth. And at the end of the day, I really hate focusing on the end of the day. I like to focus on beginning of days. So at the end of the day and the beginning of the next day, he's going to still feel whatever he's feeling, and you're going to feel the same beautiful feeling that you feel. You're not going to have all of his negativity poured into you because you sat there and let him chew you out or chastise you for 20-30 minutes on the phone like he was your dad. And he just broke you down, talked about you in every way, talked about your hair, your nails, your this, your that, your everything. He just went all in on you. And you were supposed to sit there and listen to him. Nobody's going to sit there and break me down. Ever. Ever. If you can't talk to me nice, you will never talk to me. Ever. Period. I'm going to have to clip this video and make this another video because I need people to understand, like, you can't talk to people the way you want to talk to people and get the right response, the response that you're expecting. I will let you run the minutes right on up and your lips will just keep on running. I don't have to yell at you. I'm not gonna raise my blood pressure because you choose to go off on me for whatever reason. No, not gonna happen. So there are a lot of fathers who aren't in full control of their children. And so that's what lead them to treat every woman in their circle, in their area, every woman that gets on their phone, every woman that's on their social media, every woman that they work with, co-workers. They will sit there and try to chastise her, belittle her, tell her everything that's negative about her, everything that they want to tell, but they don't have access to their children. Those are the people that they should be talking to in that way, in that manner. They don't have access to their children. So this is what makes them think, I have to be a father to everybody in this world. No, baby, you don't. You just have to be a father to your seeds, the ones that came out of your nuts. That's it. You don't have to be a father to every woman in this world. Every woman in this world does not need you to be a father figure to her. Okay? So ladies, give yourself credit because these men will try to beat you down. They will try to break you down. If you have negative friends around you, your female friends will try to break you down. They will try to bring you down. What is that? I just said it the other day on a video. Don't try to help me. You can't help yourself. Unbig your back before you try to say that you have my back. Focus on you. Why do people be so focused if they're not willing to support your channel or whatever it is that you're doing, your endeavors, but they focus so much on it? If you're not willing to focus on it in a supportive manner, don't focus on it in a negative manner. Go about your merry little way and leave me be. So I just want to remind all my queens out there, you have a purpose here. Give yourself credit. Give yourself credit for the time that you have been there for your kids. If something that has happened, like for my situation, if something has transpired and you're no longer with your child for whatever reason, don't beat yourself up about it. It is what it is. Some things are out of your control. You can't control everything. And that's where my problem lies. I try to control everything. And I can't. So I have to humble myself. I have to swallow my pride. And, I have to show my vulnerability. Show how vulnerable I am. And how open I am and willing I am to still be that active mother, although she's living with her father now. He only got a good 4 years, 4 more years to raise her. Like, he's doing me a favor, but I want to allow her to live. Really, ultimately, when you're co-parenting and a child gets to a certain age, it's really up to the child. Because a child should be able to make a decision for themselves. Like, a decision to harm themselves, no. But a decision that's going to move them to the other parent's home, that's not like a foul decision. I would have loved for my daughter to continue to stay with me, until she got to college. But it's her choice. It's her choice. It's her choice. It's her father's choice. It's out of my hands. All I can do is wish her the best and pray for her, every day. Can't talk to her every day because, of the phone situation. But, I can't dwell on that either, So I'm just going to sip my tea and try to stay positive. Okay? So I hope y'all enjoyed this read today. Give yourself credit. September 14th, today, 2024. So I'll put these videos up here, like I said, as a self journal. I could call it a journal vlog or something like that. Yeah, I probably need to rebrand my channel, well, I kind of not rebrand it, but kind of like retitle it, because I do videos about everything. So yeah, I know I always say about breaking cycles and creating change, like being the change, spreading love, peace, positivity. That's just what the Zombie Slayer means. That's why I came up with the Zombie Slayer title, because slaying anger, slaying that bitterness, every broken heart, every failed relationship. As a single mother, you become bitter. You become angry. Angry with yourself, angry with the world. You don't want to take that anger and raise kids with that anger. Because whether you know it or not, it's still going to be inside those kids. So as single mothers, we have to be mindful of how we behave. So my channel started off as a play, or as an extension to my single mothers club, because I used to have a single mothers club, and we used to meet once, the last Saturday of every month, and be able to talk about issues and things that we talk about here, reading things that resonate with us. And I always had a guest speaker come in, and majority of the time there were single mothers who were successful, who became successful in their single parenting, still raised their kids, still stayed confident in their careers, but they still was successful as they progressed in parenthood and, career, you know. I just chose a different route, you know what I mean? I have an associate's degree. I have several certifications, but I choose my children, because my children, that's my life. So I choose them. I choose to be here. I love being here when they get out of school, in the mornings, when they're on their way to school. Something happened in the morning, I'm all the way off at a job, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they made it to school. I don't know what's going on, because I'm not even here. So, excuse me. I see a lot of parents, they hustling and bustling, moving out the door, getting the kids out the door. They dropping the kids off and things like that. We all make sacrifices to make things not perfect, but the way that we want it, the way that we desire. So I'm gonna end this video. I probably don't go on too long. Yeah, this is like 38 minutes. I only wanted it to be like 20 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to come live. I know I did a couple videos reading this book. Did I do two maybe? Yeah, but I wanna come live more often. So I'm gonna try to come live reading this book. It's a different thought for every day. September 15th, Authentic Success. So I can't say for sure that I'm going to be here tomorrow. I don't want to say, promise things and I don't come, because my life is a flow. you know, I'm not punching the clock right now. I'm working I am working on finding me a little job, but I'm not punching the clock right now. I just kind of go with the flow. If anyone is out there and they're looking for a workout buddy, I do that. I will go to the gym with you, whatever your gym that you prefer, and we just work out forever, as long as you want to work out for an hour or two, 3 hours, whatever. Yeah, 3 hours is my max. But I'm not a big intensive workout person. Y'all know yoga is my thing. So we're always going to try to start off with some yoga stretches. I am a certified yoga instructor, so I would always encourage anybody that I'm around to practice yoga, because that's how you're going to prolong your life. You're going to be able to be more flexible, move more, start to do those exercise. Yoga is just another form of calisthenics. You know, body using your own body weight to build your muscle. So we on to that next level. That's what it's always about. Next level leadership, next level family ship. Is that even a word? Relationships, all that. You know what I mean? We want next level. I mean, we don't have to stay stagnant in the traditions, in the way that somebody else is living. Live the way that you desire to live. We see people right now, they're cutting their whole privates off. You know what I mean? Now, if somebody could cut their whole privates off, but you telling me you can't have one solid relationship with one good woman or one good man, it's up to you. You choose the life that you choose. You choose the peace that you desire. Some people feel like I'm living in a fantasy because I want to live in complete peace and abundance, like joy and abundance all day. They feel like I'm living in a facade or it's a fairy tale because you have kids, you have a man. Y'all gonna have to argue. You gonna have to discipline them kids. Yeah, I am a mother. I am gonna have to at least, tell my kids, but I don't have to chew their head off. I don't have to cuss them out. And if they do something wrong or they make a mistake or whatever, if I choose to give them a punishment, if they didn't learn a lesson, if I choose to give them a punishment, because a lot of times you make a mistake, you learn the lesson on your own. You don't even need nobody to punish you. You learn the lesson on your own. So if they choose to make a mistake and I choose to discipline them in whatever way, it's most of the time it's going to be something physical like push-ups, jumping jacks, go do this, go move these boxes, go do this, something physical. Because I want them to really learn the lesson. It might even be some standing standing on the wall holding the books over your heads, holding the biggest Bible I got, or a big old dictionary or whatever, encyclopedia. So my form of discipline changes because I don't like put my hands on my children. I just feel like that was one of the reasons why I'm not gonna say I asked my daughter to leave, but I basically requested her to leave and go live with her father because I could not like deal with the stuff that she was doing every day. And I ain't gonna sit here and talk about her or nothing like that. But my patience, I could see that everything that I was dealing with my cousin, my nephew, well, I'm talking about the people that I just lost recently, um, dealing with my own personal depression because I was in a state of depression when I got burned. I was really feeling down and beat myself up because I really felt like I shouldn't even been working that type of job. Like I have so much potential and like I'm going into food service and I don't even like cooking. It was my friend's job, so I was helping her at the same time helping myself. So I do understand why I did it, but I was beating myself up because I'm like, why did I even go into food service? And then I allowed these evil black women to set me up. Like, why did I even go get that out the oven? I allowed these two black women to trick me basically to go get some refried beans out the oven that they left in the oven for an hour on 400 degrees. So y'all know I'm still going through a settlement, so I can't really talk about the whole, you dig, but I'm still suing them. But once everything is done, said and done, oh yeah, I will be doing a story time and telling y'all exactly what went down that day and the week before. Because even though I'm over it, I am still dealing with the fact that it happened. I would say I'm over it because I no longer, when I close my eyes, I no longer see those beans coming in my face. You know, I used to see that for a good 2 or 3 months. I would just close my eyes, try to go to sleep, and I'll see them refried beans, and I'm like waking up in sweats and like feeling scared because refried beans just hit me in the face. So yeah, I mean, you know, I'm a I'm not gonna say I'm a brave person, but I'm a person that I try to push through my fears. You know, I do have a fear of heights though, and I haven't worked that one out. But I'm a person, I try to push through my fears. You know, so being fearful every night of the same thing happening over and over and over again, yeah, that was not a good feeling for me. It broke me down. It really did. It broke me down. I noticed how I wasn't moving around as much. I was just depressed. You know, then the opioids that they had me on, the pain meds that they had me on, I think that had an effect too on my depression. So, yes, I'm getting back to myself. And I'm here to remind you to give yourself credit because I needed to remind myself to give myself credit. Because, like I said, I have had a few haters. A few haters call my phone and, you know, try to beat me down for whatever, belittle me for whatever reason. And I don't like to feel like the victim, so I'm not saying this so that I can feel like a victim or whatever the case. I'm just saying this because it's the truth. Like I don't know what sparked people's thing or people's emotions this week. I think it was mostly the fact that I've been posting more, doing more, and people see that like, oh, she posting more, she doing more. Let me come at her. Let me see if I could pull her down to make myself feel good. It doesn't work that way, babes. It doesn't work that way on me. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. See, when you remove the ego, the things that you say about me has no effect on me. No bearing. I can talk about them, but it doesn't move me one way or the other. It actually does. Actually, it does. It motivates me to continue on. So it just promotes me to continue to do what I'm doing already and do it a little bit more, do it a little bit harder. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I, I was trying to do like 2 or 3 videos a day. Hey, I might be doing more. I might be doing 5 to 6 videos a day. As long as the haters keep on hating, I'm going to keep on putting them out there. You know what I mean? So give yourself credit because you deserve it. It's all about living a life without regret. All right? Peace, love, and compassion. Naturally royal, beautiful people. Y'all stay elevated, motivated, and dedicated to your purpose because we all have a purpose. We all have room for improvement. So it's completely up to you how you want to live your life. Don't let nobody dictate to you. Don't let nobody set the tone for you. You set the tone for yourself. And I want to remind you all, check out some of my videos. I have videos just walking indoors, just taking the 10 minutes, 20 minutes just to get up and walk indoors. You can exercise anywhere you desire, outside, inside, whatever makes you or motivates you to get up and move. Do it. Do it then. Whenever you feel it, you feel like, oh, let me do some push-ups. Do it right then. Don't put too much thought in it. Because working out, moving, being mobile, being more flexible, all those things are going to help you. Help you to relieve stress, help you to realign your body, help you to realign your chakras, help you to find your purpose. Because a lot of times we're so overweight. We're so overweight. And I'm not body shaming nobody. But we're so overweight. This is me. I was there too. We're so overweight that we can't even see how we can physically help. I always knew that I could help people. I always knew that I wanted to help people, but did not really know how I was going to help people. So being losing the weight allowed me to see how I was going to help people. Because if I wouldn't have lost the weight that I lost, I wouldn't feel encouraged to encourage people to lose the weight. I lost majority of my weight riding the bike. Just continue to move every day. Just made every day a movement. Every day, a day where I gotta walk, I gotta ride, I gotta walk, I gotta ride. Every day. Hitting the bike trails every day. I didn't start doing yoga until later. I started moving first. Yoga came later once I was moving so much and I started noticing the pains in my knees, the pains in my arm, the pains in my shoulder. That's when I got into yoga because it's necessary for you to stretch either before a workout or after a workout. It's necessary. Alright, so I'm gonna end this video. I didn't really see nobody chime in, but it's cool. Y'all know these videos gonna be up forever because this is, like I said, if no one ever watches these videos, these are my personal journals or like a journal of my life, and it helps me to remind myself to give myself credit for the things that I have accomplished. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna finish sipping my coffee. I'm gonna go over to TikTok and I'm going to start a story time for kids. So I don't know. I can't go live on TikTok, so I'm just gonna have to do a video and then just see how it works. I really, really wanted to do it with my boys, so I'm gonna see if I can get them down here, and we're gonna read a book. I want to do 3 books per day. 3 books per day. So that's pretty much what the title of the video is. It's gonna be 3 books per day. 3 books a day. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't came up with a catchy one, but 3 books per day. That's how it's gonna be. We're gonna just do like reading with the Zombie Slayer. Yeah, so it's gonna be some of the hashtags or however I'm gonna title it. I don't know. But if you have a preschooler or a toddler and you want to give them something to do, you can come over to my TikTok and I will be reading children's books. So, yeah. Peace, love, and compassion, y'all. We on our way. We just gonna keep on coming up with different ideas of what we're gonna do, of how we're gonna do it, and then we just gonna go from there. Now, this is the book we're gonna be reading. A Night Out with Mama. Y'all know that name. Quavajane Wallace. Y'all know the little girl that played Annie. Annie on the movie with Jamie Foxx. Yeah. This is her book. It's the Academy Award nominated actress. Do they have a picture in her? No, they don't have her picture in here. Oh, here's it go. That's her. So we're gonna be reading her book on TikTok. So if you have a young kid, a little person who wants to learn how to read or who is currently reading but want to improve their skills, come over to my TikTok. We're gonna be reading together. Like I said, I'm not able to do lives yet, so that's why I'm gonna just start this so that start doing these readings so that I can try to bubble my channel a little bit more. Y'all know I'm doing yoga on there too. Do my yoga videos. I need to load some more yoga videos. I got some chair yoga coming out because chair yoga is where you should start. If you are, if you are already obese, it's gonna be hard to move. I wasn't obese, but I was at the point where it was hard for me to move. It was very hard for me to move. So yeah, start with some of my chair yoga videos. Y'all come over to TikTok. We're gonna be reading this book. And yeah, peace, love, and compassion, y'all. On that next level. Peace. I'm Khayyriah The Zombie Slayer on TikTok too. So I could probably put a link in the description too from my TikTok. But Khayyriah The Zombie Slayer, that's gonna be easy to find. Y'all find me. I'll come right up. And y'all don't forget my other channel, Coco Magic Charm School, K9 Charm School. I got some more footage I gotta put up there. The animals, I got a gang of footage I gotta put up there. The animals for real. Like, yeah, we've been out. We've been out with the dog. My dog got a little skin condition right now, so I haven't really been taking her outside. But yeah, we got a lot of videos we got to put up on there. So y'all stay tuned. I appreciate everybody who has chimed in to this video, checked into this video, checked in, checked out, whatever. Oh man, I do not mind. I appreciate everybody who has subscribed to my channel. And if you are new and you plan to continue to stay positive, you want a positive energy, you want positive people, you want positive friends around you, subscribe to my channel. It's all about celebrating life, being more accountable, relieving that stress, stay motivated every day to achieve our purposes, to achieve our greatness, because you are great. You just have to be reminded that you are great. We all have. Just because you're not a celebrity on TV does not make you not great. A lot of these celebrities on TV is not great people. They are not, okay? So just because you're a celebrity in your own right, honey, right there in your crib, in your home, in your bedroom, you are a celebrity. Just because you're not plastered over every screen or every television, you're not a worldwide or world known. The world doesn't have to know you. You are who you are. You are who you say you are. I know some people go with the Bible and you are who I say you are. What is it? I am who you say I am. No, you're not. No. No. Y'all have to realize these books, just like the Bible and the holy tablets, all of the books are man-written books. They're man-written. So if you want to dwell on that, you want to live your life based on that, just realize that a man created that. Maybe it resonates with you when you want to base your life on it. So be it, So I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to promote one religion or another. That's not my MO. I say your religion is in your heart. Live a good live a good life. Your heart will be pure. Your heart will be light as a feather. Don't treat people bad. You know what I mean? Treat people the way you want to be treated. That statement should be forever. Forever and ever. Treat people the way you want to be treated. You want to be treated like crap? Then keep treating people like crap. So we have to realize what we want in life and just focus on that. So again, let me remind you to give yourself credit today. We're going to come back and read some more of this book. And we're going over to TikTok to read this one right now. All right? Peace, love, and compassion. Y'all come over to TikTok with us if y'all checked in with us. Yeah, this video was not supposed to be an hour, but it is. All right, peace.